Hey YouTube, how are you all? Thanks for coming back. I don't care how long you've been into crypto or how short it's been. This is the kind of thing that changes everything. There is a war going on. Yes, there is a war going on between the old guard of global banks and the new leaders of digital money. The craziest part is that the winner has already been chosen. Ripple didn't even try to beat Swift. Ripple wiped them out. Brad Garlinghouse just proved what I've been telling you for months. Do not miss this opportunity. You will not be ready for what is to come. I will show you proof such as charts, data, and insider moves that show how this is being set up for 10 days of darkness before the new banking system goes live. You'll understand why XRP is more than just a coin by the end of this movie. It's what the future is built on. Make sure you stay until the end. You won't want to miss what Brad Garlinghouse just put out. Let's jump right in without further ado. This chart, which shows Bitcoin versus the world M2 money supply, is right behind him. Bitcoin moves in line with the M2 and gold. Pay attention, please. At this point, most people are just looking at it and moving their shoulders. They don't understand. They don't fully understand what this means, but it's the key to understanding what's going to happen. You see, Bitcoin is about 10 weeks behind the global M2. This means that the trillions of dollars that are printed to add liquidity to the system finally flood into crypto. There is no way around it. And that curve is saying one thing right now. Bitcoin, 200K, it's not a dream. It's calling out the door. Are you going to open that door? But here's where this plot gets more complicated. Bitcoin is just a trick. The public saw it as the Trojan horse that hides the real infrastructure, the lines of value transfer, settlement, and global payments. All of it is being quietly given to XRP and RippleNet. That's why you should pay attention when you see Bitcoin pumping. The wave of money always starts with Bitcoin. Since 2013, it has. Since then, every bull run in 2013, 2017, 2020, 2024, and 2025 has been the same. But where does it end? That's where the picked coin lives. Brad is very sure of where it is. Let's do some XRPTA now. As you can see, the most recent price of $298 is now sitting at $2.68, and our resistance level is at $319. That's really important. You should keep your eyes on that. What you see on the surface is normal TA stuff. But I want to take this thing apart layer by layer. The RSI for you is 44.6. That RSI is not moving. What does that mean? It means that the whales are not moving yet. It's not being pushed yet. The MACD, well, it crossed over to the upside and it's safe to go. That means we're ready to shoot it. OBV, it's going up and it's building up. That is the quiet time before the bomb goes off. One last thing to note about the XRP picture right now is that it's bullish. There is no doubt about it, but I want you to understand this. The TA is only the top layer of this. All of this is just the top. We could make this chart bigger so you can see it on your computer, but pay attention to the signs. That's what they want you to think about XRP. They are leaving clues for you. A lot of those clues are about to be found. This is no longer just a guess. We call this teamwork. After that, we get this. Jake started this very interesting thread. He means that there are big changes and price action going on. Everyone will think that their XRP bag will make them rich. That's what he's saying. Without a doubt, it is. But he means that people do not know what to do next. He's right. People are lost and don't know where to go. Some people don't know how to get their XRP back. You're in for a surprise if you think that when you go to a crypto exchange and put millions of dollars worth of XRP on Coinbase, Kraken, Crypto.com, Gemini, or any other exchange you choose, your orders will go through and the price you sell it at will be locked in. The exchange will likely lock your account and want to know where the money is coming from. Also, these public order books can't handle that much traffic. Public order books aren't meant to be used to dump large amounts of money. Slice Charles asks a very good question down here. He asks, do you know of any places or people who can help people set up LLCs for their projects? People who can't pay for your services because they don't have enough money in the bank? I'm talking to Jake. Look, I answered these calls for a reason. I get a lot of calls every day. I promise you that there are only a certain number of slots available. Before you go, you have to make a reservation, and sometimes you have to do it weeks ahead of time. People like you and me go through this exact situation all the time. What do you do? What are you going to do? What plan do you have to carry out? How are you going to safely move your newfound wealth from your wallet to an exchange? That's only a part of this call. All of my vids have this link. You should really make the reservation. Wow, I never thought of that before. if that's how you feel. How do I do it? Believe me, it's worth it. From early 2026 to early 2027 in the first quarter, we get this. The CME group. There's going to be another monster in crypto. They are rolling out crypto 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This will happen in the first quarter of next year. This is more than just an update, everyone. In the end, this is what it takes to combine traditional banking with blockchain, especially the rails that Ripple has been building for years. What are we going to do 24 hours a day? Is there a settlement? Not going to do it with Bitcoin, not going to do it with Ethereum or Solana at all. We know that those networks get hacked. But think about it. The CME doesn't move until officials, governments, and banks are all in place. And ask yourself, why now? Behind closed doors. It's pretty easy. Things are about to change. Here's a short movie that lasts 10 seconds. That's it. I know it's exciting. But look, 24/7 liquidity never sleeps once CME goes live. That's where we're going. 24/7, 365. Money is moving at all times, every day of the year and every week of the year. That means that the world's money is always working. What coin is in the middle of the pools for payments, storage, and liquidity? Do not use Bitcoin, not Ethereum. It's XRP. Now is the time when everything fits together. We're not waiting for adoption to happen. It's taking place already. You can see adoption going on right now. People don't understand it. The rollout will happen after 10 days of darkness. The reset is set off. Then we get this, which is where things get really weird. Someone on Cointelegraph tweeted about XRP. Is that something? Wait a minute. This is the same source that has been ignoring XRP, making fun of it, and pushing stories about ETH and Bitcoin. That's a tell, all of a sudden admitting it like that. It's not a joke. In the smart community, we call this a controlled leak. They plant the seed so that when the news comes out, people will think it happened slowly. Cointelegraph knows that XRP is on the way. What do they have planned? They're getting it ready. People are getting ready for what's coming next because they know it but can't say it aloud. In other words, this is how they say it. People make fun of it and act like it's a joke. Why? Because XRP is the hard to get thing. The game is over as soon as the mainstream says it's the picked one. Today they laugh on Twitter, but tomorrow there will be news stories about the new world standard. Look, then Dark Defender sent this out, and this is where it all comes together. The US government shuts down at the beginning of October. There is chaos, doubt, and fear. People aren't paying attention. What if this isn't a happy accident? What if this story is really just a cover for the reset? 10 days of darkness? It's not just a word. It's a real event where the old system goes down and the new one is put in place when the lights come back on. Have you ever thought about that? Rails for blockchain, infrastructure for RippleNet, and XRP as the bridge currency.